Hello, and thank you for tuning in to this stream. And as you can pretty much read from the from the stream title, that it is basically a test of how long the tires can last on the F1 2020 game. So basically, what I would be trying to do would be that I would be driving on all three compounds of the tires that are available in the 2020 game, and basically see for how long can I stretch the stint, and at what percentage basically do I get a puncture. So that would be the objective of this stream. But thank you for tuning in. And Monav Mahadev uh, would be the stream mod. So Monav, if you could just put a quick hi, that would be nice. But yeah, thank you once again for coming in. And yeah, let's get into the game now. So for the soft stint, for testing the soft tires, I've chosen Britain as the track. So yeah, that is what. Um, so yeah, damage is on full. It's not on simulation, but it is on full. So yeah, let's see how long do these tires last until I get a puncture. So on full damage that is, and yeah, let's see. Okay. Major F, guys. Sorry. So yeah, I would love to talk about how I get through the tire pressures, but right now, as you can see, I've already made a small mistake coming out of the pit, so I would have to peel into the pits again. But basically, for tire pressures, what you want to do is if you're starting a quali lap, you don't want to get it too high. So just around, if you want to do a quali lap, it should be for this track. It is around 86 degrees. What we found out in our session. or even if you're a couple of degrees lower, it wouldn't make a world of difference, to be honest. But yeah, and if the tire temperature is around 86 degrees, it's just very good for your quali lap, because if it's higher, then towards the end of the lap where the crucial sections are, maggots, Beckett's, chapel, you would be running too high on your temperatures, and that just takes grip away from you, so you don't want that. And basically, the higher your pressures are, the more easily your tires would attain temperature. So if you just crank up the pressures too much, towards the end of the lap, you would be having problems, because it'll be close to, your tires might explode towards the end, so you don't want that. And so on this game in particular, what the norm is that basically uh, we run around minimum pressures, just one or two clicks on some tracks, but mostly on most tracks it is the norm is that you run minimum pressures. So yeah, that kind of helps with the with the pressure situation. Anish, I hope I have answered your question. So now for this stint, yeah, the point would be to just drive as consistently as possible, have as consistent lap times, and yeah, let's see at what percentage basically do the tires let go. So basically, I would be driving this like we're in a race. Hey man, Karthik, hey, what's up? Nice screen fit. Thank you, SD. But yeah, basically, what I would be doing now would be to, just yeah, I would be driving like I would be in a normal race. So I think the normal race stint is around 10 12 laps, and after that the tires just pretty much lose grip and lose all of that, so lose the performance. So yeah, I would be trying to just get to as closest to that as possible. And yeah, let's see. So I would be driving like I do in a normal race. So through turn one, and you can see that because the car is heavy, because it has around 20 laps of fuel, you just can't push it right from the word go, and you kind of have to know that how the weight would affect the car. So on a normal quali lap, you would be already in the eighth gear coming into turn one, but yeah, because the car is full of fuel right now, you just can't do that, and the engine would struggle to get to eighth gear, because it is heavy, the car is heavy, so it's also dragging along that weight. So we had to take that in seventh gear. So maggots and Beckett's normally is yeah, is an eighth gear. Sorry, the exit to chapel is in sixth gear in quali, but because the car is heavy right now, you just can't do that. So yeah, I had to do it in fifth gear. So you can see, just yeah, basically that is how the weight affects the car. So 28.8, which is, I guess it's decent, to be honest. I don't know, I'm not sure, to be honest. It has been some time since we did the league race, so yeah, I'll try to improve on my time. Just couldn't carry that momentum through that turn, so that was a problem there. can see with these cars, even in eighth gear, even with with 20 liters, with 20 laps worth of fuel, you can still take. I think that's cops. You can still take that flat out. So yeah, these cars, just comparing it to last year's game, is just very very fast. 28-1. So yeah, pretty similar lap times, to be honest. But yeah, now when I'm a little in the groove, let's see if I can push. So you can see the tire temperature is around 100 degrees when we come out of Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. So yeah, that is how taxing it is on the tires, because you're just carrying so much load through those tires, and just so much grip is needed that the tires pretty much suffer a lot. And that is why exactly that, on tracks like these, where you have very long and unwinding corners, tire wear plays a crucial role, and with tire wear also strategy. So yeah, when you're racing around Silverstone or on other track like Spa or everything, there are always alternate strategies, because it depends on your driving style and your setup, to be honest. So although this year's game, it's very straightforward that you can take the one stop soft to medium around Silverstone, but it's not as easy. It was not as easy, I guess, in previous games. So you can see the tire grip is kind of giving away now. So you would see the rear end would get a little loose out of corners as we reach around 20% wear. So yeah. Still 2/10 of my PB, and you can see just the grip that we had coming out of that corner, and we'll be suffering for this entire straight. Hangar straight. So it's just grip is paramount around Silverstone, and with these worn tires, it's like adding every meter to your braking markers, and then you wouldn't be as confident when you're coming onto power. So as a result, see, we're about a tenth and a half of our personal best time, which in itself was not very fast, but now that the tires are not on our side, we'll be struggling even more. I see somebody saying something about donating. It's yeah, go for it. personal best again. So yeah, maybe we used a little more ERS on that lap, or maybe it was just a good lap. Hey F1, I've been good man. How are you? Check Discord. I can. Oh, I hope the screen fit is all right now. Sorry about that. Yeah, full versions unlocked. Sorry. Thank you, Masoom, for letting me know. So the front left, which is the tire that suffers the most in that section, that is Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel, is the most worn out, and yeah, through this corner as well. So yeah, so with all that, where you can see now the rear tires are kind of, they're not as grippy as they were initially. So yeah, out of that slow corner, you could have seen that I lost the car ever so slightly. and that is just how tire wear kind of it's not it's coming into play now. So it's kind of one, yeah. So 51% front left. And I don't know if you can see on the stream as clearly as I can in the game right now, but if you observe closely on both of the front tires, you would be observing slight lines or grains, if you will, and that is just that just goes to show that the tires are not having a good time, because yeah, the upper surface of the tire is kind of going away with all the wear. But now these tires are kind of coming towards the end of the life cycle. So if you can just do let me know in the live chat, when do you think these tires would go, on what lap and at what percentage, and if you're really smart, then at what corner. About 57% wear on the front left. You can see the front the front of the car is not really willing to turn. So yeah, it gets really tough after about 40% to get the car to turn, and it's nearing 60% now on the front left. So yeah, I think this is proper puncture territory now. Although on this track I think it can go to about 75%. 19 lap, I doubt. No, no, no. So, it wouldn't last till lap 19. You can already see that I'm getting the warning. So, yeah, I guess if I were to take a guess, it'll be on lap 15 after Maggots and Beckett's. But now I'll just try to push for good measure as well. Let's see if I can just get close to my personal best on these worn tires. And just the car not willing to turn or to gain traction out of corners. So yeah, that is what. 64% on the front left now. So about 5% per lap, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Purple middle sector, wow. So I was not pushing at all before. Lol. .280. So yeah, the times are in the same territory, and because this is just this is such a power hungry track, if you can use your ERS on the straights, you wouldn't be really losing too much time. So it is lap. .69%. I don't think these tires are lasting for more than 2 more laps. If you haven't already, you can take a guess right now on what lap and at what corner these tires would go, and what tire would go. Would it be the front left or any other tire? You should have at least 10k. Eventually I will. I think the tire might let go after Maggots and Beckett's. I can feel a little instability on the front end.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Yep, I am Indian, Abu Bakr. I'm playing on PC, bro. Sorry, I couldn't catch your name. The corner came. Oh, fuck. Yeah, but I'm playing on PC. Yes, I am trained by him actually. You can check out this guy on YouTube. He's just a mega star in India, in Gujarat area especially. Yeah, do join the IRC server, guys. It stands for Indian Racing Community, and yeah, we have our league races. Which I'll stream also this coming Saturday. But we have loads of other stuff. We have ACC, we have AC, and all that good stuff. So if that is your thing, then do join. But it's lap 16 now, and the tires are still on the car. So 78% on the front left. I really think it's going to let go after this corner. 79% and it's still going. Nice. But the front left now has no grip, so on turns that go right, you just don't expect the car to turn, and the front end would basically slide on the road. So yeah, you don't ideally want to push your tires till 70%, because you're just losing a lot of time. So if in a race situation, if you have the option, then definitely change to a different compound, but or a new set. But yeah, I've done around 15 league races now, and in none of those I have taken these tires to about 80%. If you haven't already, then yeah, if you can place your predictions, then do that. Somebody told me lap 19 sometime before. I think that might just happen, but every lap out of Chapel, I just feel that these tires are going to let go. So yeah. Where did I get my steering wheel? So in India, I only had the rear left is let go.
The rear left tyre has a puncture.
So nobody said lap 17. I think somebody said lap 18 or 19, but yeah. Can I go to a T-Series base and destroy their base? Dude, impossible to drive with this tire. So yeah, that is how long the soft tires would last. So about 76%. Although what's funny is that the front left had 79%, and it was still the tire to go first. The rear had less wear, but it was still the tire to go first, because I think it was under too much load on the hangar straight. So yeah, box. Yeah, I would have to box. But yeah, that was the soft tire, and yeah, just looking at the race director now, pretty decent times. You can see that 28.0 was pretty much if I didn't pause the game or did other stuff, 28.0 to 28.5 was possible for all 15 laps, and I think the last 2 laps were just, it was such a big risk because it was impossible to get the same performance out of these tires. So that would be that for the soft tires. And if you have any suggestions for a medium tire or a track preference, then do let me know. Right now, what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to take on the hard tires, and around Austria. So let's see how many laps those can last. Those tires can last. But overall, I think 28.5 was possible for the entire stint, and if you can just keep it clean and not make many mistakes, I think you can pretty much carry these tires. Jason, hola from Spain. Hey man. Jason, hello from India. But Abu Bakar Rao, sorry I missed your question. What was it? Yeah, so now I would be doing for a um, hard stint around Austria, and if you have any suggestions for the medium stint and what track you would want to see, then you can let me know in the chat. But yeah, for the hard stint, I am choosing um, Austria. My trainer said it. Ah, thank you, trainer. Sochi for medium tires, I can do Sochi for medium tires. For the hards, I'm doing Austria because I just love the track. And on an earlier on an earlier in an earlier league race, I carried these tires for about, I guess, 28 laps, and they were about 72%. So yeah, let's see. I'm just if I can replicate that or even stretch that stint, then it'll be lovely. But yeah, just to check, damage is on and car setup is also on. Yep, we're good to go, I guess. Yeah. How to multiply using a pirate version? I am sorry, Akshat, you wouldn't be able to. But the game is on sale right now. It's a Steam winter sale, so you can get it for if you're in India, you can get it for about 650. And yeah, if you it's worth 650 to be honest. So yeah, you can do that. But we're here in Austria now, and we're here to test the hard tires. And this, if you haven't, then you can check one of the earlier league races on this channel, and I carried these tires for about 30 laps. So I would be carrying around 40 laps of fuel. Um, yeah, 40 laps of fuel should be fine. Yeah, it's impossible to play multiplayer on that. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we're in Austria now, and we would be testing the hard tire now. So any if you have any predictions on what how many laps these tires would last, then do let me know. But I think I have done around 28 laps on an earlier occasion. Big Ferrari. No, actually, I'm only driving the Haas. Oh, damn. I'm only driving the Haas because that is the car that I have in my league. So I'm just used to the Haas for this season. And yeah, maybe next season, if I get the Ferrari, I'll drive my Ferrari in league race highlights. But yeah. So just a casual track guide. If you wait for a while longer, you might have gotten. I got F120. Yeah, you can actually. So we're in Austria, and this is one of my favorite tracks, and I'll tell you why it is my favorite. So it has pretty much everything you need in a track. So to basically test the technicality of a track, you just need some off-camber traction zones, some blind apex corners, stuff like that, and it just becomes very technical. And this track, although it's not very big, it's not a really big or long track, it just has all the elements you would require for a good race. And in my opinion, always a race around Austria has always been entertaining. So yeah, for those reasons alone, this is one of my favorite tracks. And let's see what kind of lap times I can pull. I'm guessing around 107.2 or 3 would be the initial laps, but I'm just a little out of practice right now, so let's see. Instantly you can see, because the track is not ready right now, it's because the track is green and it hasn't had much running. Yeah, it's just the braking zones are not as rubbered in, so obviously the braking distances and the traction that you can get out of a corner, they change. And yeah, So 7.5, which is pretty close to what I did in my league race, but because these tires can last a very long time, you'll see that the lap times will drop as the tire stint progresses. So yeah, you can expect me to go into the sixes as well. And you can see already we're 2/10 up on our time, simply because I just had an idea of what to expect from the track. Let's replicate Singapore. I actually had a bad time in Singapore. Can't get this second last corner right. Oh, but 6.9. Yeah, that's probably because of the DRS usage as well. So 3 laps and 8%, so about 2% per lap. But I think as the stint would progress, it gets worse. So yeah, do expect to attain about 3 to 4% per lap as well. He wants you to spin. Hey Sudarshan, thanks for tuning in, man. How are you? It's just very tough to keep it within track limits around Austria. So even if you're a centimeter over the white line, at times it'd be just. Yep, there are two guys I think in IRC who use Fanatec setup. You can check them out if you're part of the Discord. I'm good, man. Thank you. So basically, what I was talking about, earlier. So yeah, this is pretty much, there is a very subtle change of altitude as well in these corners. As you can see, you're not able to see the next corner, but the track would flatten now. And yeah, you see the corners, and it's downhill for good measure as well. So yeah, again you're going downhill, but the moment you come out of this corner and you see in front of you, it's going to rise uphill. So there are a lot of very subtle, you don't realize them when you're in the game, but these are some of the reasons why this track is one of my favorites. And when you come to turn 3, that is this next corner, you're climbing up the hill. So when you brake, it's very slightly aided by the altitude change or the track angle. But this, coming out of that corner, it's again uphill, but it's also sort of on camber, so it's tilted towards the apex of the corner, so you'll have a very hard time accelerating. But this corner is just the exact opposite. It's downhill. So there are just so many elements in this track, and you get to see most of the good stuff. And for those reasons alone, this track is just one of my favorites. And yeah, in this game in particular, there are just so many, it just gets so much more challenging simply because you have to be inside track limits. But overall, I think this is just a wonderful track to drive on. And simply because I was talking, I'm a little off my time, so I would try to push a little for the next 10 laps, let's say. So if you can see with the fuel usage as well, I'm So when I come out of corners, I'm in lean fuel mix when I'm going on to power, and I think I have some stable traction. I go into rich because that is what you would want to do on this game. So firstly, being in lean when you exit corners, that kind of helps you to get proper traction. And because when you're rich, when you're in rich on the straights, once, yeah, when you're in rich on the straight, it just gives you extra boost of power on in a straight line. So
Just want to remind you to keep
yeah.
an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when
So in Monaco or Singapore, it's all about the tires, to be honest. I mean, because
so try a few laps with the data open and get a
because just there are so many turns, and it's pretty much an aero dominated. They both are aero dominated tracks. So tires are very crucial. So it's always a bargain on street circuits or tricky circuits, that you can choose to run a setup that's not aggressive and it'll be kind of lighter on the tires, but at the same time, yeah, you don't really want to be just too soft on the just too soft on the setup, because that will not generate enough turn in. So yeah, it's mainly, it gets down to your driving style as well. So if you're just abusing the tires out of slow corners, or out of that Anthony Noakes chicane or into Rascas, if you're just going too deep, if you're locking up every time, you will obviously give your tires a hard time. But if you can maintain a flow, it'll just be amazing, to be honest, because Singapore is just one track where it's all about flow, in my opinion. And I'm locking up every lap into that corner because, yeah. Hey Rohan, thanks for tuning in, man. How are you? If you're playing on a keyboard, then I would suggest use some steering uh, assist or something that kind of numbs down, the maximum inputs you get from the keyboard. But yeah, there are not too many things you can do on a controller or on a keyboard. Sorry. No, not rip, but yeah, you will have a tough time. But if you want to learn, I mean, you can play on the controller. On a keyboard. Sorry, I have played on a keyboard as well for about 2 to 3 years. But I was just playing for the sake of playing. I didn't want to do anything else, and no, I was not league racing or anything at that time. So yeah. Basically, in my opinion, even if you play on a keyboard, you would get an idea of what to do to be fast, and if you can, put in enough laps, you'll know where the time is. So when you eventually do shift to a controller or a key or a wheel, you would know what to do to be fast, and that is just, that is all that you need to be fast. Obviously, it will take some time to get used to your wheel or a controller, but if you know what you have to do and you'll practice just for that, you'll obviously be in a better shape. But 10 laps have gone around Austria on these hard tires, and you can see I'm now very very slightly starting to struggle with understeer on the front end. You can see although the car is turning, the front tire is just a little bit reluctant to get that grip. And yeah, that is how things are around Austria. because that through that middle sector you need a lot of grip, and if your tires are not in the best shape, that is where you will struggle. And for that reason alone, I think I was running 3.5 wings in my league race as well. So that kind of will help you in situations where you have a little tire wear, but 2.5 is also very very nice around Austria. Why Haas? Because this is the car that I'm racing with in my league. So yeah, I'm just used to the car, and yeah, I just don't want to drive anything else, because this is just, if you drive any other multiplayer car, it's not a big difference, but I'm just a little picky that way. So next season, if I get a different car for my league, then I would be driving that in my live stream. But now you'll see, as the car gets lighter, as we're shedding weight because we're burning fuel now, and simply because of that, we'll gain time through the straights because the car would be lighter, and even though the tires are worn, it's in a straight line, it doesn't really matter. So you'll observe that we'll kind of shed some time on a personal best lap time now, simply because we're lighter, and these hard tires are not in that, they're not that bad right now that they kind of lose you time out of every corner exit. So yeah, on the straights we would be gaining time. Okay, I discover your channel, that's why. No worries, man. Make sure you check out all the other stuff as well. Very nice. Keep watching my live streams in the future as well. Welcome. I chose, as a matter of fact, Wilson, I also chose Williams as my first priority for this league, but people who had registered before me got the Williams, so I wouldn't say stuck. I still think it doesn't really matter in multiplayer because all cars are equal, but yeah, I don't dislike this car too much. So yeah, it's just. But yeah, 41% tire wear right now, so I guess we're getting around 3% per lap on average, 14 laps and then 41%. So we saw with the softs that those tires could last till around 76%. The tires gave up, so it'll be interesting to see how much we can stretch the hard tires, because after 79% I don't think there is a lot of room. And beyond 90%, I have never heard of any tire making it beyond 90%. So I think it would be in the 80s definitely, but if you want to make any guesses or predictions, then feel free. Do let me know, when do you think these tires would let go, and after what corner or what sector, even, if you can tell me. But we're still in the low 1:07 sevens, and I think we're still doing kind of consistent lap times, so to speak. Hey Dharmit. Hey William. Okay, those are some strong feelings for Mercedes, but if you can tone that down, then please do. So yeah, we improve on a personal best time, and I don't think I use too much ERS, but the fact that the car is getting lighter now is certainly helping in a straight line. Not on this occasion because we got a bad exit, but yeah. $27 laps. Okay, Masoom says 27 laps. So if anybody else has any predictions, then you can let me know. As we do a purple last sector. $29 to $30, okay. Tapan says 29 to 30. I would one up you and I would say these tires might just go beyond 30 laps. I would say lap 30 or lap 31. And I wouldn't be driving them gently, don't worry, because yeah, you can see my lap times are pretty, they've been pretty similar. P1. That's for the very first time I lost the rear end because yeah, these tires are now not in a good shape, and just coming out of that turn you could have, yeah, you can guess that I'm right now beginning to struggle a little with the rear tires, and now you'll see with the front tires, just when I turn in, just look at the amount of understeer I'm getting. I just kind of did that on purpose as well, but if these tires are fresh, that wouldn't have happened. So you just cannot drive the same way, with worn tires. Yes, Terminator. They're not good right now. I've done about 18 laps around Austria. So, but if I still wanted to improve on my personal best, I might just be able to, because there's just so much grip. Yeah, it also depends on how you set up the car, but still, I guess all tires on this game have even on the most gentle of setups, the difference wouldn't be more than 2 or 3 laps at max. So yeah, I think setup depends, but yeah, it's not as as big of a factor. Practice 1, yeah, I'm just doing a practice session because yeah, I just needed to test that out. So Now if you look closely, I don't think it'll be, if it's visible on the screen, you can see the front right tire. It has a little graining. The times are pretty similar. We're still doing a 7.1, a low 7. Uh, yeah. So yeah, we're, we're still doing 7.0, 7.1, 7.2. So it's within that 2/10 window, and Spinala, no. I wouldn't spin. I might. Sector 2 is always tricky, but I have enough practice on this track, so I wouldn't spin. But yeah, I might have one or two hairy moments. But I've saved up on a little of the ERS, so I would be trying to do a fast lap. Let's see how much we can improve. Ah, damn. Okay, that's not invalidated. So let's see how much I can improve. I'll be using around 30% ERS. So just using that ERS, let's see how much of a difference. So yeah, we use around 35% ERS, and that is like 4/10, and just that goes to show how powerful ERS is. Sorry, around power hungry circuits. So if you use it wisely throughout a race, it just really helps with the strategy, with the overtaking. Basically, you would be in a better situation. You can see the amount of understeer I'm getting through sector 2. So, whoa. So back to 7.2 again, as we're not using too much ERS now, but we're now getting slightly closer to the puncture territory, and it is about 66%. Oh, so yeah, I think I think Masu might just be right about this one. I see some chat going on about Grosjean, but I do agree, Wilson. He was one of the faster drivers on the grid, I think, towards 2012, 2013, those seasons. But I think he made a lot of mistakes, and that kind of acted a lot against him. So yeah, it's a shame, to be honest, but yeah, he was a good driver, but his mistakes just they just piled up. So we have about 69% wear on the front tires. It's 70 now, so yeah. Thank you, Terminator. I'm just, yeah, I'm not pushing it 100%, but yeah, I'm driving at about 90%. I'm just focusing on the consistency more, consistency more, because, you know, it's just so tough around Austria to not have, you know, track invalidations, because it's just, grip levels are not good, to be honest. I mean, I'll just, so, you know, towards the beginning of the stint, if I had about, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, if I had a confidence of about 9 coming out of this corner, turn 3 that is, you know, now I have about a 6. You can see how the rear tire just let go. So the car is not, you know, it's not in the best shape, to be honest. And I was in lean fuel mix as well. So if mistakenly I was in rich fuel mix, and, you know, it was just a pressure situation, that might have been a spin. And, you know, just simply over the past few league races, you know, that I've done, I just, you know, basically I learned these things, that you just have to be very sort of cautious of how you're driving and how much you're expecting out of tires, and also at the same time how much they can give to you on a given lap out of a given corner. So if you can just you know, be mindful of those things, then I think, yeah, you're pretty sorted for long races. But just a bad lap on that occasion, 108.0, as we lost the rear end out of T3 on that lap. But let's see, maybe I can get back to doing 107.2. But we're on lap 26 now, and it is about 75% wear. So yeah, now let me know if anybody wants to change their predictions, and basically, when do you think these tires would let go, and after what corner? Oh damn. So I'm not sure what was the percentage of wear on that occasion, but I was not really expecting the front right to go. And this is lap 26, so earlier than everybody expected, you know, earlier than Masoom said, earlier than earlier than Masoom said, earlier than other people were saying. But yeah, the tire just let go on lap 26 itself, in sector 2, and that is always just a bad sector for the front right. I would say, yeah, there is a double right-hander sequence, so yeah, maybe that the load over there was too much for these tires. So yeah, the front right was gone. So let's see the race director. Maybe if I don't think I tried to do anything too extraordinary on that lap. You know, that just didn't want Wilson. I just didn't want to pit because, you know, the objective was to just test how long these tires would last, and 27 including out lap. Nice, Masoom, nice. But yeah, you can see the lap times were pretty consistent. You know, it just 7.1 was pretty much, you know, what I said, the base time. 106.9 was my very first lap, and that was kind of invalidated. So I'm not really considering that. But yeah, 7.1 was the baseline that I established, and I just wanted to stay as close as possible to that 107.1. And you can see, you know, through lap 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, just that was where the tires got into that right temperature zone. So yeah, 107.0, 107.0 again, 107.0 again. So around lap 10, 11, 12, you know, maybe I was in the right zone as well. And after that also I did 107.0, but the fastest I could manage was a 106.5, and that was simply down to using, you know, you can see all the time I gained was in sectors 1 and 3, and those are basically straights, you know, more or less straights. So yeah, it's just, you know, it was power hungry, the track in those sectors, and I just gave it more power with my ERS usage. So yeah, that was that for the hard tire. Hey, let's see if I can do, if I try to push with a punctured tire. Let's see if I can make. What kind of lap times can I do on a punctured tire? Don't spin, don't spin. Okay, this tire is not going to like me, but oh well. Still only 2 seconds off my. Don't go wide, don't go wide. Come on, keep it inside. Oh, no, no, no spinning, no spinning, no spinning. So yeah, with a punctured tire, you can do a 1 minute 14.2, which is about 7 seconds slower. So yeah, you're basically getting to see things you wouldn't in other streams. People watch fast people all the time. Watch this. This is where you actually learn stuff. But yeah, that was it for the hard tires. It lasted for about 75%. So yeah, that was that pretty much. And I hope that was informative in some way. But yeah, now on to the medium tires now. And if you have any recommendations or requests for the medium tires, what exactly? Yeah, so if you have any suggestions for the medium stint test, do let me know. Somebody said they wanted to see Russia for the medium stint. So if you want Russia, I can do Russia. But if anybody has any different suggestions or requests for any other track, you can let me know. No, actually, if I use lean all the time, the mediums would not last more because you're basically using the tires more when you're coming out of slow corners. So if you're in lean coming out of slow corners, you're not putting that much torque through the rear tires, so they're not spinning as much. And yeah, that is basically what people do. So they're in rich when they're on a straight, and when they're approaching or coming out of a slow corner, they turn the car down, turn the engine mode down to lean, so they don't put as much power through the rear tires, and they don't lose grip. Basically, if you put too much, if you request, if you demand too much from the rear tires, they spin, and when they spin, the tire kind of loses grip and also loses rubber. So yeah, that's kind of destructive to the tire. So the track where you are the fastest, okay. What track am I? I'm decent at Spa. If you want me to do Spa, I can do Spa. So yeah, I think we can do Spa, or maybe Russia if you want. Spa, the medium tires last for about 15 to 16 laps, I would suggest. I'm not sure, but we can do Spa, to be honest, if you want Spa. I have no idea about these tracks. So Russia or Spa, if anybody has any suggestions, I would choose. And if you also need a different track, or if you also need a different car, I might do that as well. So some people had been saying Ferrari, so I would pick the Ferrari. It's just not Vettel, sorry, but, but yeah, um, I can do Spa in Leclerc's car. Maybe that'll be nice. Okay, people are saying Baku. No, no, I hate Baku. I absolutely hate Baku. Russia, I can do Russia. Okay, fine, Russia it is. Although in Russia the tires would last for about, yeah, let's do Russia. Vettel, no, sorry, we don't do that here. But yeah, I think I should let you know, guys, that I'm in kind of unknown territory with my camera as well. So if it runs out of battery, you might stop seeing me. So if that happens, I'm saying sorry in advance. But yeah, I'm not running the 2.7 setup. I'll run 3.7 setup. Yeah, so I think it'll last around 15 laps, but I'll still carry 22 laps worth of fuel, maybe more. 24. I don't think it's going to last more than 24. Yeah, I am on the right tire in Russia. Man, you're just a hater. I'm not a hater, man, but at times you've just had enough. I've seen enough. I've had enough. I respect him, but yeah. Only time I'd use it is you have enough to use for a few laps and then you close the person you're chasing down. No, to be honest, I would advise against that. So use rich whenever you're on a straight. Use lean whenever you're approaching or coming out of a corner. And then, standard. I don't use standard, but if you're in a tricky situation with the fuel, you can use standard if you want to save fuel and all of that. But yeah. It's a nice track, this. Track's really green right now, so there's not much grip. But let me walk you through what I'm thinking through these laps. So I know that my braking point next is that black screen in front of me right now that goes. I brake, I turn. Don't use too much curb over there because that'll unsettle the car. And this black screen again, brake, and then you need to be on power coming out of that corner. So on power really early, and when this white line appears in front of you, that is when you brake. And then basically stick to the inside for the first part. You can stick to the inside for longer, but it's just I don't really think that gains you time. And then when this red board disappears on your right, that is when you brake. This is the trickiest part in my opinion of this track, because nowhere else there's no undulations or anything, but these two corners are they're just very tricky. So let's begin the medium tire stint around Russia, and best exit out of the last corner. Some overtake as well. Very tricky around Russia. Okay. Yep, Russia is actually one of my favorite on this game. One of my favorite tracks, to be honest. I mean, I'm a little out of, I although I was supposed to do this track last week as my league race, but I started on a wrong tire and I was disqualified, so I couldn't do the race. So I don't know how it is in a race for me, but in quali at least, I just really loved it. Basically, I think corners in sector 1 and 2 just test your confidence in the car, and if you know what you're doing, if you're doing the right things, basically if you can carry that momentum through sectors 1 and 2 around Russia, then you're very very, it's just very good for you. I've also realized that speaking and driving at the same time is not one of my strong points, so if it's getting awkward, then yeah, sorry. 'Went in a little too deep there, carried too much speed. .34.9. So I'm not really sure what kind of a lap time that is, but I think it should be decent for the medium tires. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think this was a decent lap to have as a banker. So I would just try to consistently hit 34.9s now. Also, I'm sorry I wouldn't be able to reply too much to your chats because there are not any long straights on this track. Missing my braking every time. Yep, it is the best game so far of all the F1 games, in my opinion at least. The only thing that comes really close is F1 2013, and it's not better than this obviously, but at the time at which it came out, it was just a very big step forward from F1 2012 and 2013. I still think that lockups in that game at least felt more realistic than in any of the games that from the hybrid era. And obviously the sound, it's the same feel pretty much with ERS as it was with Curse, but it's still not the same thing. You had 7 seconds of an extra, I think 150 horsepower in that era, in that game, but now it's not the same thing. And even though it is, it doesn't feel the same.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which
17 to 18 laps, I would, yeah, I think they would.
and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal
So
operating
34 rate,
surface temps
not a really
tend to
nice lap,
fluctuate
but
faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for
I'm
how
not
to
sure.
control them.
14% in 5 laps, so 3% per lap. Oh man. Yeah, I'm planning to do around like 34.9, 34.8 for this entire stint. Thirty-four eight again. So, yeah, that I think that is. I mean, I can go faster, but I'm just not concentrating as much. So yeah, I think 34, high 34s should be what I will be aiming for this entire stint. So we have done 6 laps so far. And I was always getting that corner right and corner wrong, and see how much we've gained. 2.3 tenths just by getting that one corner right. And I just broke earlier on that occasion. I just didn't want to. I figured that I was carrying too much speed into that corner, and just by not doing that. Although I did lose all my time, lol. I think this should be a fast lap. Ruined it. Just a small mistake and we've lost 4 tenths. That just goes to show how important consistency is in these races. So you don't need to push every lap. You just need to stay in your limits, and basically know how fast you can drive. Before you do these things, before you go into a race, you should know how much you can get out of that car. And basically, if you're getting that, then just don't do anything extraordinary. Ran wide. %22 only, still. Okay, yeah, 3% per lap makes sense, but yeah, this would have been a 34.6 had I not made that mistake, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm using a Thrustmaster T150 with the T3PA pedals. Thank you for asking. Sorry, couldn't catch your name. Adam. Come on. That braking zone is very tough. That right-hander before that just went before. There's no set braking marker board or anything on the wall. You just basically, have to do it on feel. There's a line on the track just before which you have to brake. Any tips for beginners? See, basically, I think sim racing is not something that for a different game like CS. You just need a mouse and a keyboard. For any other shooter or any game like that. So the tips for sim racing are kind of very diverse. So firstly, starting with the equipment you can use. There's this, the person who was just, messaging in the chat sometime before, IRC not so masoom. So he's very fast and he's on a controller. So if you think that, expensive equipment would make you faster, then that is not true. If you're on a good wheel, then I need some water. So yeah, if you're on a good wheel, then obviously you would be more consistent because the inputs are very nicely mapped, and not nicely mapped, but there's just a lot more that they can offer in terms of the consistency and in terms of the input range that they have. But no, but in any dimension, don't even begin to think that more expensive components or equipment would make you faster. The first thing, if you want to get started with sim racing, is basically, if you're planning to do it competitively or just seriously, just for the approach is the first thing that you can have, that is the right thing to have. So if you just want to get faster in every session, basically you just need to know where you're making mistakes, and to know where you're making mistakes, you just need to watch a lot of faster people. So if you happen to watch a lot of faster people in F1, there are esports drivers, and in ACC there's this driver called, or a YouTuber called Jardier. I watch a lot of Jardier. So although I don't really play too much ACC, but I just watch his videos, and just watching those videos gives you so much perspective, right? So all games are different, and in F1, to go really fast, you need to master setups. And when you watch these fast guys, you would realize that they're taking the same lines as you would take. They're even getting on power where you would get, but it's just their setup that enables them to carry just that little bit of extra speed through corners. So you need to have a very sound understanding of the technicalities that go into every game. But if you're just looking to get started, if you're just a total beginner, I would suggest try Assetto Corsa. It just offers you very nice feel. You learn a lot of things. And if you don't have a wheel or a controller right now, and if you're looking to get started, even before you get started, just look at some concepts of racing. Just slow in, fast out, and then trail braking, and then early apex, late apex. Basically just some of the technicalities of sim racing. And if you can understand those, it'll really help you for when you actually you're racing on a wheel. So you would know, okay, this is where I'm lagging behind, this is what I'm doing wrong. So just those specific areas you can improve on, and that is pretty much all that there is to sim racing. Basically, there's another video that I've done. It's called How to Become a Faster Sim Racer. It's just tips to get. It's pretty much for beginners itself. So you can watch that, but yeah, it doesn't contain anything different from what I just told you. So yeah, it's there are a lot. There are some different things as well with the equipment you can use and all that. So yeah, if you're looking to get into sim racing, then go for it. Definitely, I would suggest go for it. But yeah, it's just a numbers game, to be honest. The more time you put um, into these games, the faster you will be. But at the same time, the more number of hours doesn't mean that you would be faster automatically. You would need to just focus too much on where you're going wrong and what you need to improve and stuff like that. So if you can do that, then definitely go for it. But other than that, even if you don't want to get really fast, even if you're just doing it for fun, do it. It's just, for me, it's like therapy, to be honest. I mean, I can be doing loads of different things throughout the day, but when I before just getting on my wheel and playing some games, I'm the most energetic, um, you know all day. So yeah, if you like what you see, if you want to do it, then by all means go for it. For overtaking maneuvers, if wait, are you asking me for? I'll just answer your question on the next trade. Sorry, I missed. But uh, don't talk about being a good sim racer when your lap time is a 34.8. Ah, I well, if they listen to what I'm saying, they'll at least be slow sim racers, if not really fast ones. I think he wanted to be a sim racer first. Favorite way to overtake somebody? There's no favorite way, to be honest. But yeah, I do like sending it down the inside into braking zones. Just being late on the brakes. I kind of like that. So Karthik, I guess you're talking about Race Room. That is a proper sim. So yeah, I think I'm not. I have never played Race Room, so I don't know for sure. But I'm guessing that most of the people who do are on wheels. So yeah, in that at least your equipment will play a major role. I'm joking. I know I don't do it. No worries. But since you mentioned on the last lap, I'm 5 tenths up on my time. So yeah, I was going slow on purpose, to be honest. Okay, I'll try to do a fast lap now. And you can see we're getting faster in a straight line simply because we're burning a lot of fuel and the car is getting lighter. So yeah, it's a good. I think the tires would last more than 10 laps, to be honest. I think the tires would last more than 10 laps, so I might have to stop and then refuel the car because it's at 42%, and I'm getting about 3% per lap. So yeah, I think this would go on for 10 more laps. But a 34.8 again. So yeah, we're gaining time through the first sector because this is a straight, but sectors 2 and 3, because they're twisty and all, and the tires are not in the best shape, as a result of that, I'm losing time. So I'm gaining in this first sector, as you can see, but I'll lose it all in sectors 2 and 3. So yeah. I'm braking late, too late, into that corner all the time. See, we're about 1/10 up on our time right now, and we lose it all in sector 3, I guess, because this is twisty and this requires a lot of grip from the tires. Yep, 2 tenths down. So yeah, sectors 2 and 3. I will have to stop for fuel, I guess. I underfueled the car. But while we're at it, if in case my camera goes away, I this is unknown territory for my camera as well. So I don't know if the battery would last for so long, as the stream has been going on for about quarter to 2 hours. So sorry, 1 hour 44 minutes. But yeah, if it does, then yeah, sorry about that. But hopefully by the time I do my next stream, the constant power supply would be delivered. So yeah, it should be decent. It should be all right for future streams. Wow, still great tires. Yeah, man. I think tire wear around Russia is not a problem at all. So yep, 4-5 laps should be easy. But to all the 9 people watching, thank you for tuning in. And if you haven't already, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out all the other stuff on this channel as well. I do my league race highlights. I do loads of other stuff as well. So yeah, if you want to watch more videos, more streams of this kind, then make sure you're subscribed. See, we're on lap 17 now, and we're still 3 tenths up on our time, and I don't think I've used too much ERS. So yeah, that just goes to show that Russia is not a track where tire wear is a crucial element if you're doing a league race or a career mode race. Oh, I fucked it up. So yeah, lost 2.5 tenths, but that was just my mistake, to be honest. 34.7. I think 34.3 or 2 is possible if I just hook together one good lap. But yeah, I would have to use some ERS as well for that. Slap 18 now, and damn, yeah. I think I will have to pit on lap 21. These tires are about 54% worn now.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Yep, let's see. I think thank you for the sub, man. Yep, I don't really feel the tires are going even after 18 laps or 19, you know. I think they're still decent. So yeah, tire wear is not a problem around Russia. You basically just need to, you know, I think the challenge around Russia is the track limits, to be honest, because, you know, very easy to run wide, and when you do, it's just an instant invalidation. So yeah, the challenge around Russia is just staying within the white lines. No, actually, they're still decent. They're not. So 59%. I think at the end of this lap, I'll get a warning around my HUD. You can see a yellow tire monitor would come up, so that'll just basically tell me that it has come up now. So it's just the HUD is warning me now that my tires are not in the best shape, but they still do feel pretty decent, to be honest. And if I use ERS and go for one push lap, I'm pretty sure I can do, I can better my time by about 3 or 4 tenths easily. So yeah, that is what I'll be doing this lap. I'll be trying to give it a proper push this next lap. Let's see. Okay, let's do a push lap now. Let's see what these tires can do.
We're low on fuel. Box in the next 2 laps, please. Coming this lap, please. Box this lap. When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen prompts that show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
Ha. 34-0. Decent, I would say. But yeah, 33-7, 33-8 was also possible. But I would have to stop for fuel now. Ah, damn. To all 10 people watching, we're trying to find out how long do these tires last. So I did the soft stint around Silverstone, and yeah, the tire gave up about, it's a 75%. But then we did the hard stint around Austria, and this is the final. That is, the medium stint around Austria. So yeah, we are at about 66% wear right now. I hope that if I pit, I'm allowed to get out on these tires again. I hope the game doesn't. I hope that doesn't happen, but. %68% on the rear left, so I guess we just underfueled the car by about 3 or 4 laps. But yeah, I'll just put in some more fuel, maybe 6 to 10 laps, and then we'll be back to doing those lap times. Although I think the tires are still very decent. I don't really think that they have there's just so yeah, the recommend lifespan, 2 laps remaining in the lifespan, so I'll put on about 8 laps should be fine. I given that we are stretching all the stints.
Okay, let's go.
But yeah, we'll count the out lap as a lap as well, so we'll see. Mono, if you can just give the links in the chat as well for one time, so yeah, if anybody's on a mobile device or something, they can look at the links in the chat window itself. but I think these tires still don't feel too bad, to be honest. And if I were to go for a push lap, with 100% battery, I might even be in the 33.7, 33.6s, because no, the car is not as light. So yeah, 34.0 is still possible again on these tires. So just Russia is one of those tracks where this track in Sochi is just one of those tracks where tire wear is not an issue, to be honest. And I think there is a good reason for that as well. So you can see other tracks which are considered to be really hard on the tires. So Spain, or what other tracks are there? Spain, or I think Baku is also pretty hard on the tires. So I think the track surface is a little more abrasive than it is around Russia. So I guess that is what it is. But 71% on the rear left. So again, if you're watching right now, do let me know when these tires would let go, and at what lap, and also if you're very skilled, then tell me what corner would it be, or what sector. Okay, now these tires, I'm beginning to feel a little underconfident with the rears. So I'll just show you now. So if I coming out of this turn, if I accelerate, as I was doing, uh, you know, uh, in the initial laps, the car just it doesn't feel as planted, or as confident. So you would feel a little twitch from the rear end, and yeah, you can see the braking distance has also increased a lot. So the front tire is also suffering. Basically, I just don't have as much grip as I did in the initial stages of the stint. So 2 more laps max. I guess so. Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. It should. But I think it will be this next to next right-hander. The rear front tire would let go. Okay, I have zero grip. Okay, suddenly towards the end of this tire stage, I have no grip at all. You can see how much understeer I'm getting. But yeah, we'll live to fight another day. I think this lap it wouldn't go. From Russia with love. No grip, no front grip whatsoever.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
And you can see the rear tire is just not willing to cooperate after that last corner. So 77% on the rears. Whew. Although the tires don't blow out like they do in real life, if even if I get a puncture in this left-hander, it'll be insane, because I think definitely the car would spin. We we're very close to a puncture now. At 79%. Damn. Rear tire is just letting go now. 81% tire wear on the rear left. Damn. No grip whatsoever. I can't even try to push right now because if I do, and if I get if I get sideways, or if I have a moment in sector 2, that might cause terminal damage to the car. But 82% tire wear. These I have no idea how these tires are hanging on still. They're not giving me any grip, but let's see. I think this lap would be it because I don't think it can last much longer. Both of my tires are still here for some reason. If I don't want to spin right now, I'll have to concentrate. These tires just not ready to let go. 86%. I'll not use rich now because I might have to stop again. Hey Nanek, yeah, I'm guessing you're from Poland. Thank you for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. %. How am I not having a puncture yet? I don't believe this. I have no grip, but for some reason the tires are just not letting go. And I'm driving on lean for all of the lap because if I don't, I'll run out of fuel again.
this lap, please. Box this lap.
No grip whatsoever. How are these not letting go? It has to be this corner. Come on. What?
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
No grip whatsoever. I can only go on for one more lap. I have I'll
Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
these tires are just not letting go. Okay, even my camera has gone now, but I just don't know what to do. 95% tire wear. I think. Yep, it's gone now. Just one. I think it was going to let go at 95%, but
There's a big drop in pressure in the rear left. The rear left is running a puncture.
yep. But yeah, looking at the race director now, and yeah, I think 34 high 34s were possible, but after lap 22, it was just impossible to manage my lap time, and after that, it just went downhill. So yeah, it's impossible in my opinion to do it for more than Yeah, to be honest, after lap, I think when the time drops after 34, it is 36.7, I think, it's just impossible to, get back from that. So after 34.0, that was the last fast lap. But yeah, these did carry on for about 29 laps, and yeah, that does include two slow laps. Those were two slow laps in the out laps, but still, I mean, this is just mega, to be honest. And yeah, that is pretty much But yeah, I'm sorry you cannot see my camera because that just died. So I now know that it lasts for about 2 hours. So yeah, do let me know what your thoughts are on this live stream. And if you liked it, then do let me know in the chat. And yeah, I'm not. But yeah, uh, do let me know what your thoughts are. And if if we were in game right now, if the camera was working right now, you'd see my face. But thank you for watching. Thank you for staying till the end, to all the people who have watched, 9 concurrent viewers. So yeah, do let me know what your thoughts are. And if you happen to be new to the channel, then do give this one a sub. Sorry, my camera ran out of battery towards the end, but yeah, this wouldn't happen again, I'm pretty sure, because I'll get an unlimited power supply, that is AC power supply, for my camera very soon. So hopefully in the next stream, this wouldn't be a problem. But to all the people who tuned in to this stream, just a major thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next stream. Till then, just check out all the other videos on this channel, check out all the other stuff, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel for all future videos and streams. But until the next time, until the next video, until the next stream, just stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.